Good day, here are today's top stories from the Pna Headlines. We begin with news on our fellow Filipino overseas. President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. expressed his sympathy on behalf of the Filipino people to the United States in the wake of the catastrophic flooding that ravaged Central Texas over the weekend. In an official statement released by Malacanang, President Marcos extended the country's sympathies to U.S. President Donald Trump and the American people as they endure the devastating floods in Texas. He said the Philippines, as a country vulnerable to natural disasters, knows the challenges of rebuilding after a disaster and grieves with the families who have lost their loved ones. He said the country stands with the United States in prayer and solidarity, adding that he is confident that Texas would overcome the calamity with unity and resilience under Trump's leadership. Meanwhile, the Department of Foreign Affairs said the fewer than 100 Filipinos residing in Kerrville City, the hardest hit by the floods, have been reported to be safe. In a radio interview, DFA Undersecretary Eduardo Jose de Vega said the Philippine Consulate General in Houston has reached out to the Filipino-American community in Kerrville, as well as Austin and San Antonio City, to monitor the condition of potentially affected Filipinos. At least 119 people have died after torrential rain and record-breaking flash floods swept across Central Texas on the 2nd of July. In the Middle East, the Department of Foreign Affairs, or DFA, confirmed that 5 of the 21 Filipino seafarers manning the cargo vessel Eternity Sea, which was attacked by Houthi rebels, have been rescued. DFA Undersecretary Eduardo Jose de Vega said rescue operations are ongoing for the remaining crew members of the Liberia flag vessel that has already sunk. The vessel was carrying a crew of 21 Filipinos and 1 Russian when it was allegedly struck by drones and rocket-propelled grenades off the coast of Yemen. Before this, the Houthis claimed they had sunk another Liberia flag bulk carrier, the MV Magic Seas. De Vega said the vessel's 17 Filipino crew members have been rescued and brought to Jeddah. In a separate briefing, Department of Migrant Workers Secretary Hans Leo Kakdak said they will talk with the 5 rescued crew members of Eternity Sea to confirm reports of possible casualties. He also assured assistance for the affected seafarers and their families as they coordinate with the ship owner, maritime security firms, and Philippine defense attachés on the ground. In other news, the Commission on Elections, or Comelec, has scheduled next month the resumption of the nationwide voter registration for the upcoming BSKE, or Barangay and Sangguniang Kabataan elections. Comelec Chair George Erwin Garcia said the Comelec en banc has approved the holding of voter registration activities from August 1st to the 10th. He noted that voter registration will be resumed to ensure that potential voters, particularly those aged 15 to 17 years old, would be able to vote. Earlier, Garcia said the Comelec is continuing the preparation of election materials to make sure that they are ready in case the BSKE pushes through on the 1st of December. Congress has approved a bill extending the terms of village and youth officials, but President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. has yet to sign the measure. Once passed into law, it will also postpone the holding of the BSKE from December 1st, 2025 to the first Monday of November 2026. The Department of Health, or DOH, on Wednesday launched advanced specialty centers for orthopedic, trauma, and burn care at the Jose B. Lingad Memorial General Hospital in San Fernando, Pampanga. Health Secretary Ted Herbosa led the inauguration of the centers, emphasizing the DOH's commitment to deliver fast, safe, and quality healthcare services through modernization and digital transformation. He added that the specialty centers are also part of the agency's efforts to strengthen regional healthcare facilities to reduce the need for patients to travel long distances for specialized care. The said facility includes 2 fully equipped buildings dedicated to orthopedic and trauma care, 3 integrated operating rooms, 3 surgical theaters, a robotic surgical system, 125-bed capacity in patient wards, specialized critical care units, advanced diagnostic tools such as computed tomography scans, ultrasound-guided biopsy, Doppler ultrasound, and arthroscopy. The operating rooms are also designed with hygienic air treatment systems to enhance patient and staff safety during procedures. Basic accommodations will remain free of charge in line with the standard offered by public hospitals. The DOH's initiative supports President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr.'s health agenda to expand access to quality medical services across the country. And in our business news, Mountain Province Governor Bonifacio Lacwasan Jr. ordered the immediate implementation of a new ordinance prohibiting the manufacture, sale, and distribution of machine-made replicas of indigenous woven fabrics and garments in the province. In a statement, Lacwasan said they have to protect the woven fabric as it is part of indigenous culture that has handed down from generation to generation. Took effect in June, the Ordinance Number 573/2025 aiming to safeguard the authenticity and sustainability of traditional Cordillera weaving remains a vital expression of ethnic identity and a livelihood for local communities. The ordinance applies to all souvenir shops, department stores, garment stores, and online sellers operating in the province. It highlights that Mountain Province is a home to time-honored weaving traditions rooted in indigenous culture. It also noted that machine-made imitations threatens the cultural and economic viability of genuine woven products, undermining value and authenticity. To protect the culture and heritage of the Cordillera, the ordinance bans the production and sale of machine-made copies. Those who are found violating the ordinance may face penalties including cancellation of permits and confiscation of machine-made woven items. In other news, the Department of Justice anti-agricultural smuggling team on Wednesday seized over 26,000 sacks of smuggled rice worth 38 million pesos in a warehouse in Talisay City, Cebu. In a news release, Anti-Agricultural Economic Sabotage or AAES Council Chairperson Frederick Go said their action is a clear message that the government stands united and continues in its efforts against illegal activities. The AAES Council conducted its first enforcement operation on June 20. It is a day after the Executive Committee released a letter of authority directing the enforcement group to inspect different warehouses in Kimba compound for allegedly containing smuggled agricultural products in violation of the AAES law. The group consists of the Philippine National Police, Criminal Investigation and Detection Group, and the Maritime Group. They discovered the area occupied by River Valley Distribution Incorporated containing over 26,000 sacks of rice weighing above 863 kilograms. The operation was in line with President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr.'s commitment to protect food security and upholding the rule of law. On July 8, the Court of Appeals granted a seizure order against the goods following a petition by the PNP-CIDG in coordination with the DOJ Special Team of Prosecutors. And those are the latest and the biggest stories from the Pna Headlines. For more news updates, visit our website pna.gov.ph or our Facebook and X account, Philippine News Agency. You may also watch the Pna Headlines through the Philippine News Agency's YouTube account and via the News and Information Bureau website under Pna News. I am William Theo. This is the Pna Headlines, bringing you stories that unite the nation.